What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob? Oh, somebody told me once that's like the hardest part of your body, the elbow. So, I mean, better use it, especially in these intros. It's really, really helpful, especially lately. You've been going really quick, so my elbows just got to be blocking it. But guys, if you are new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification. So, you know, whenever we post, whenever YouTube gives us problems, you're going to know when that video goes up right after the problems are dropped. But also, you can become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video. You get a star next to your name. You level up through the stars. Not only that, you have access to win a star in the universe every single month. Shout out to Superstar K-Verse, who named her star Superstar Juju for the month of April. Which is her middle name. It's also her middle name. Fantastic. We also have price prediction spreadsheets. If you saw yesterday's video, you see a bunch of price predictions that we did and how we come to our conclusions. And you could do it yourself with that. You can follow us Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Discord in the description. We have a bunch of channels for a bunch of different projects over there. And it's just a fun time. Everyone's loving it. We have some fun channels there as well. And it just keeps the community talking after the video. We have a P.O. box. Also, if you want to send us something and become a Superstar Hall of Famer, shout out to all the VIP. You guys are amazing. I want to kiss all of your faces. And all the colors were corresponding with your stars at the beginning of the month. So every month we will update that as well.
Fun drop today. We got some nice Star Wars today. People were loving it. We got some good Juju stories. So, yeah. You know, we got the usual suspects tweeting at us with some of their successes in today's drop, because, you know, it's a bit of a risk. You know, chances were you're going to lose on this one. You could have got it almost for half price, I was hearing. And I think now it landed right at our $40 mark, I think. But
yeah, the quality was fantastic. I mean, we were all super, super excited about it. I mean, I don't understand how it's so volatile, the quality, when it comes to the VV app. But I guess maybe they found some people that they like. Hopefully they can carry this team forward, and hopefully they're taking feedback. Like, people really like this quality, people don't like this quality. If they are outsourcing, maybe they don't go back to those other outfits. If people aren't too happy, who knows maybe, how they're doing it.
Is it possible that you can find realistic figurines of these and they can 3D scan them, and that's why the quality is so good, whereas a human likeness is very difficult to do because you don't really have that same 3D collectible to scan?
Yeah,
is that possible?
Maybe they just called DC Palm and asked them to borrow their scanner for this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say that DC Palm, we know for sure, has a 2D scanner. I don't know about the 3D though.
Hey, I don't know. I'm sure they can figure it out. Those guys are ahead of their time. Also, yeah. Let's get into Veve'S Twitter. Let's start out here. We were just mentioning the collectibles this dropped today. Very, very cool. The Rancor, one of the best animations and sound effects that we've seen on the app. Look at that quality on the Admiral Akbar right there. So even Jabba the Hutt, people were really giving great praises. I mean, so it looked like people were having a lot of fun with it.
You know what? This was a fun drop, and you're gonna see so many people do all sorts of crazy Vaultaholic stuff with these. Because I was thinking yesterday, I made a joke that the Rancor was basically me after golf, right? Every time I hit the ball. Then I thought about it. Jabba's me on the couch. And then the last pose is just me, just on the normal day, just standing around like Captain Underpants. So
it's you at work.
It's me at work right there. That's right.
There you go. So if you guys didn't know, we have a Captain America 1-of-1. If Captain America is your favorite superhero, there he is. You can go and put down a couple $1,000 and you have a chance to win it. I think that's what they're going for nowadays.
Yeah, a couple thousand, eh?
Let's pull over to our Twitter, and Metaverse Life was at it again. You mentioned how Vaultaholics were going to be using this.
Also, all over this.
These producers are killing it. Obviously, Metaverse Life very tight with the VV team, and really, really funny one. You should go check it out. You got Comics and Crypto making a guest appearance as well in there. So he gets eaten over here. It's pretty funny.
Oh,
he gets eaten, so we had to put RIP.
He makes it look so easy, eh? These edits.
Yeah,
he makes these edits look so easy.
It's incredible, and they have like such beautiful weather all the time where they are at, so it's easy for them. This is from the Cryptoids. They came out with the Leias. I thought I wanted to post this because I wanted to show like there's different variants, but not only that, they have like in these little trailer things, they show different poses and different facial expressions. So it's almost like they can be put in any pose with the outfit. It's almost like the outfit is that different rarity, but it looks like there's multiple poses that they can be having. I mean, even the hands are in different gestures, holding the blasters and stuff. So
Well,
I
they're
thought
not
that was cool.
static, right? They're not
No,
static.
once we showed it off in that video, when you open it up, they jump into the block for now.
Yeah.
But I believe that they're all able to have movement. We know that they're on the Unity. So it should be something that's cool as it develops.
I was gonna say they bring in their artists. They've inspired me. I drew something else today beside my other dude. What do you think, Joe?
Hold on, let's make it bigger.
What do you think? What do you think about this one here?
Oh, the Gauntlet and Vader right next to each other. There you go.
There you go. So
Yeah,
that's
I
just
think you
in
know what?
my
That's
doodles.
actually not bad. We should
In
start
my
a collection
doodles.
of Rob's drawings.
Yeah.
Would you guys buy an NFT of Rob's drawings?
You're reminding me like the end of Superbad, man.
There you go. Oh my God, no super bad drawings.
Yeah.
Steve EV Base. So shout out to Steve EV Base. You got your comic right here, not sent out yet. He actually wants you and I to sign it. I think that will devalue it massively, but
we got to do that.
We'll do whatever the superstars want. But he did a pretty funny one. He's got the Rabbids sitting in that little jug there, Boba Fett and Luke Skywalker, and it's just funny to see the Rabbids interacting with the Star Wars community. Then again, another one, the Darth Vader holding the rabbit in the air. These were making me chuckle. So.
Yeah,
you got the monkeys running away from them. Pretty funny stuff.
The chokehold going on.
Now there was that I'm Still Here stream that VV Magic was doing with NFT Pirates, and that was a while ago. That was maybe almost a month ago now.
Yeah,
and we did end up winning a prize on one of their trivia questions, but we gifted it back. Shout out to Michael Campa, who was the one who was providing some of these prizes. So we won it, and we told them, listen, just send it back to VV Magic, because they put a lot of work into organizing that thing, and she had to come up with all the questions and all that stuff, and she's a good friend of the channel, so I said, you know what, send it to her, and I didn't know, but it's her first ever graded comic, so pretty cool to be a part of that.
Yeah, I guess this is what the digital collecting world does to you. It makes you a physical collector because they go hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly. She has some posters that I like though in the background. I gotta behind us. Alex in Crypto, he did the meme Mount Meme Schmore. So I guess all the people who all the ones that have been made fun of over the years. I don't know why T-Rex is there. That's pretty cool. Maybe because they were talking about drivable T-Rex.
Yes. That's probably.
I feel like there could have been one more memer one in there. Maybe Thor or something like that with the face. But
yeah, he had the ugly face. But the T-Rex I thought had good quality, so it has to be the drivable T-Rex.
I don't know how he put it in the mountain like that though. I haven't really played around on the VV showroom in a while, so maybe that's something you can do now.
Well, if you're playing around those VV showrooms, you have way more patience than us. I say that you have way more patience than us, because the time it takes to put these together. I got to give you guys some kudos, because it's good effort on your end.
Yeah, I knew you guys.
We're too busy making YouTube videos in that hour. That's why
we click the retweet and take credit.
Yep.
Speaking of friends of the channel, Jimbo Lee Lingo, he went to the mall with his wife, and she wasn't finished her shopping, so he's not too happy. Rancor over here.
He's become Rancor. Oh, okay.
Looking like some good quality though, right?
Yeah.
In the mall, looks realistic, like it's actually there.
Oh,
those people behind him have no idea that he's there though.
They don't know that they're literally like in Stranger Things in a virtual world. There's something going on right now. Death is near them.
Exactly. All right, let us continue. Bob Sales still going for drops, still getting the juju, number 847 of the Akbar. So he got the rarest one, and he got a 3-digit mint. So
nice, very nice.
Pretty cool.
Yep, good job.
NFT Philanthropy, they're doing another auction for helping to raise money for a charity. This one is number 38. They've done 38 of these. Wow. This is for the Salvation Army. So if you guys are into that, if you win this auction, the proceeds will go to Salvation Army, and not only that, they will double it. So good cause if that's something you guys want to do.
For sure. All
right, so Rob, why don't we talk about the title? Time is VV's worst enemy. I guess there's been a lot of other projects that the VV community creators have been discussing. Obviously, most recently has been Cryptoids, but we've seen SoRare videos, we've seen HRO videos, we've seen McFarlane videos. Why is it that the VV community continues to look elsewhere and at other projects? What do you think? Why is time against VV?
We've talked about this quite a bit all last year about how VV has the first mover advantage They have the IP, but we knew it was not going to last forever. We knew Vivi did not have an exclusive license. They were quite open about that. So it's inevitable that as time goes on, Disney would share, and Marvel, right, will share their licenses with other competitors who may be behind Vivi, but that doesn't mean they will move as slowly as Vivi. So at currently this current pace, Vivi has not shown a track record of being very efficient with their time. Now, don't get me wrong. What they've done is incredible. They were able to secure a Disney license years before their competitors. But what have they really done? Truth be told, they have an AR app. They brought in Cash Out, which is now partially working. But they really haven't, and MCP is just rolling out after is it almost 3 years now? All the time. I think September 2021 was supposed to come out. So no, we're just over a year. So they've shown that they haven't been able to be efficient with their time. And we don't know these competitors with bigger budgets and bigger money, how they make cash up and give community what they want. So we've seen this happen in business before. It's happened with Blockbuster. Remember, Blockbuster was the king, and eventually technology changed. It's a little bit less of I think, a direct one-for-one example, but it was an example of how Blockbuster didn't change their ways, and therefore they were inevitably going to be outcompeted. On the other hand, I think a better example would be BlackBerry. BlackBerry had the lead in the phone world, but they were outcompeted with smartphones that were touchscreen. They were easy to use. They really gave the user experience a new level compared to what they had. And everybody loved their BlackBerries during the time. But once the Apple smartphone came in with the ease of use, with the bigger screens, it just took over. And BlackBerry, unfortunately, was never able to compete in the phone market. And they had to just completely get rid of it, despite being the kings of the phone market.
Yeah, that's a great example because you have Apple, and Apple's a big conglomerate. Obviously, they have a lot more money, a lot bigger marketing budget. It just goes to show how quickly they can take what's popular and turn it into something, like make something more popular just because of the money and the pull that they have, right?
Right. And the thing with Vivi, you got to remember, guys, we've been around Vivi now for a long time. We truly do want the best for Vivi. We do not mind speaking out about things that we see as issues. And we've been doing that, not as a way to criticize, but as a way just sometimes to start conversations within the community about what's going on, because it's better to be aware of the situations around you, the world around you, than it is to be ignorant to it and just continuously think that, you don't have to do anything different. So I think Vivi, time is not their friend. I think probably the biggest one-for-one competitor right now is Cryptoys, because they do have a Disney license. And we've seen Star Wars. We don't know the extent of their license, but they do have Star Wars. And it looks like they're still behind Vivi, but they got some big money backing them. Yeah. So are they going to be able to outpace them and get that marketplace, get that cash out, and on top of that, get interoperability and pretty much give the community what they want, and even gamification? We don't know what Vivi's going to do. They're still working on the Veve'S. That could give them some really good advantage if they get the Veve'S working, but we still don't have it. And I think we're still a long way out.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that any of these other projects that come in, they are going to have longer timelines to do certain things that Vivi might already have. But it's about listening to the customer and the consumer base. And if these new projects are able to get that vibe of what the current market base is begging for, that is when you might see a little bit of market share. Now, I know that you're going to hear from all the new companies and the new competitors that they want the space to grow together. But you have to believe that they are listening, because they need to take a piece of that share of that pie regardless, instead of just being the little brother the entire time. I think some of these guys, they want to leave the space. They want to innovate as well. And it's something that I think that Vivi has, like you mentioned earlier, had that head start. It's just what have you done with it? And I think they still can maintain that lead and stay ahead of everybody. I think for a while they will have the IP advantage. It's more of what can you do with the collectibles. If the Veve'S comes through and it's popular, there might be no competition no matter who it is. They might all be begging just to bring your stuff into the Veve'S. But if it continues to roll out at the pace that it is rolling out, and then we start to see gamification from things like Cryptoys where you can take any collectible from any IP and bring it into a game if that comes to fruition. We haven't seen that yet. We've been promised, and we've been promised on VV things. So I mean, we got to give them just as much credit as we did VV early on when we were waiting for things. So let's give them a little bit of time here. But at the same time, if they do not deliver, we will be just as disappointed or whatnot. So hopefully everybody is learning from the mistakes of VV early on, including VV themselves, and they continue to deliver. This last drop, fantastic quality. That's been one of the gripes of the community. So if they continue that way forward, then that's solved. Mitch coming out with that post-mortem for the issues, that's great communication. That's something that needs to continue with VV. Obviously they're listening to the community. They want to hear more about what's going on, why are things going wrong, but and also bringing out crafting. That was something else that the community was asking for, and VV's done that as well. So as long as they continue to do these things and stay ahead of the competition, VV will always be there. And I think even if they are able to continue to produce IP that people want that these other companies aren't able to secure, that will always keep them in the running or whatever. But it's going to depend on what people want to do with this space. Now, I know that it's getting a little bit stale just from AR perspective. I mean, you can only post so many pictures of your vault and these types of things. So there's people who are meant to do that, but I mean, the majority of people who aren't as creatively inclined, it might not be for them after a certain amount of time, especially if they're not able to flip the market and make money, because I think a big portion of the people who are here were for that. So now if you're not, I think that's the one cool thing about Cryptoys is that it's not really that type of a thing. Like they have very many editions. I think that their whole plan is to make it into a gaming thing where these are kind of like skins. So it's almost like an unlimited number of editions. You own it or whatever. But we're going to learn more about that hopefully really, really soon.
And we remember that VV has touted some interesting concepts like music.
Yeah.
So they can, I think the reason why they're bringing up music is strictly for VVverse reasons. So that's that idea. We're kind of from sandbox to virtual concerts and stuff like that. But it will not, they cannot do that until the VVverse exists and is in full operation. Additionally, you have So Rare that's inspiring us on the sports side. VV is rumored to have sports licenses, but they haven't done anything with them. If they do have that, that is also pretty stagnant. Not sure if that's also VVverse related, but you think simple trading cards and whatnot would be available. But let's say they do come up with trading cards. Like we're in So Rare MLB right now. Why would I want to own a VV sports card of a player when on So Rare I can use it in a gamification form? I can play fantasy sports with it. It gets me points. It's also interoperable, so we actually own it in our own Ethereum wallet through MetaMask. So we feel that probably VV is not moving at a pace fast enough where their competitor, they haven't proven to us that they will be able to keep their advantage in front of their competitors for much longer. I don't really know how long it's going to be. Sometimes it just creeps up on you, and then you're like today we just sit there like, whoa. Like there's another competitor out there with Disney with gamification. Basically, you can still run around with the guys when you buy them. So you're gonna be able to buy Darth Vader. You can run around with them in their little space. There's really nothing much more than that, but at least you can do that. So it's kind of like the same as saying, well, at least on VV you have the AR. Another thing too is VV has very high quality, realistic looking collectibles. Sometimes, I mean, they do their best to kind of get the actual live action version of these characters, whereas their competitor who now has the Disney license like Cryptoys, they don't really have that. It's a little bit less attractive, I think, for some people, depending on what you could do with them in the future. So it's kind of an interesting, when you put these different projects together head to head. And just personally, if I'm going to be honest, I'm having the most fun right now on So Rare. I have the most fun on So Rare.
That's the only gamification that exists.
Yeah, that's the most fun. Moment. Fantasy sports, buy the cards competitively. There's 2 games a week. Try to win the games by putting your cards together, and that's gamification, and that brings value and utility. Literally, VV puts out crafting, and right away we see the potential with utility, how it appreciates prices and value of your collectibles. So it's just an interesting note, because on VV it's not interoperable. That's so true. Why buy a sports card there? I just go on So Rare and I actually have it. I can maybe use it something else. I don't know. I got to see more utility, so I don't know.
That so rare examples is good because it's literally ongoing utility. Because it's not only that you get land those players, you can use them the following season and the following season until they retire, pretty much. And then who knows how much they'll be worth when they actually retire at that point too, right? Like it's a space that's not been discovered yet. So really cool that you brought that up. But yeah, I mean, I think like we said, VV, if they focus and Veve'S is their thing and they go hard there, I think with the capabilities that they have a chance to stay ahead. But if they try to dip their toes in all this, like you said, they come into sports cards. If they have no utility, that might die off that branch. Who knows, right?
We might have to do another video on this, but it could be part of the reason why OMI keeps kind of the OUP just kind of keeps getting kicked down, kicked down the line, because I think Veve'S is the most important thing personally. Yeah. Not everyone agrees. I think people said MCP and OUP might be more important, but I personally think that the Veve'S is the most important thing to develop, because that's where you're going to get your gamification and that's where you can get your utility. Yeah. And at least you get some utility from these collectibles, from being able to not just use them in AR, but to actually put them in a social environment. And if VV focuses on that, they might be able to keep, running ahead a little bit longer. But the way things are going right now, beware. These other communities are coming for the VV community. You see that right now all over. You see that right all over our Twitter feed right now. The VV community is talking about every other project, and it's because time is not VV's friend.
The one advantage they do have is that they have a lot of people's money already sunk in the project. So people are holding on to hope and faith, where these other projects, they got to earn that. VV already did that. So something that to think about as well, right? So yeah, that's all I got.
I'm curious to know what everyone watching is. We spoke about 20 minutes today. Let us know your thoughts below about our video. VV is time. Do you agree? Is VV, are they doomed if they don't pick up the pace and get stuff done? Do you think that they have lots more time than we think they have, and that they could take their sweet time and everything will be okay? The competitors can never catch up to them, and the team will be able to continue to keep their advantage for the future and beyond. We want to know your thoughts on anything we discussed in today's video. But before you do that, if you haven't already, do not forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the Superstar fam, hit the bell notification so you get every single video every single day. And I'm going to say that because even if YouTube wants to scam us, we still put 2 videos the following day. So it's still every single day, one video per day when you average it out using the numbers, okay? Also, Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month, get the star beside your name, access to our spreadsheets, giveaways, want as much utility as possible to our VIP membership. And yeah, there you go. You go look at that, right? That's what can happen. So guys, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one.
Love you. Bye.